Great Monday evening. Hope you had a wonderful January 20th, 2020. That is right. Yep. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. commemorative day of service. Maybe you chose to go out to bless others. Maybe you chose to stay in to prepare for the rest of your life to serve, to be a blessing out here. We're in Psalm 63, verse 8 really spoke to me in connection to using our life. Not just, like I said, this great one day of service. That's beautiful. But the Lord wants us to do his work so that he would be glorified. And in verse 8, David is talking about how his soul followeth hard after the Lord. That means he clingeth to the Lord. And as a result of that, the Lord upheld David with his right hand. And we know that we all have a job to do. We all have a purpose to do. And I believe that there are so many factors out here that are subtracting us from really doing what God created us to do. One of those subtracting elements, you all know what I'm about to say, is the cell phone, screen devices, what have you. And I sent a link to my son, and his response was this tonight, earlier. He said, wow, that actually confirmed a lot of what I thought already. Smarter phones equal dumber folks. I might cut back. He said himself, I might cut back to 2 to 3 hours a day. Now, this is a research study that was from the National Institute of Health, from the U.S. National Library of Medicine. This is legitimate, y'all. I am saying that I believe that the body of Christ and our people and of all shades, of all ilks, are suffering from this phone addiction. This article is talking about the psychological and the physiological setbacks and the effects that are plaguing our youth, our adults, our children. So much so that we know that there has been an astronomical increase in anxiety and depression and insomnia. And this research is showing that there's a direct correlation with the amount of time, the amount of screen time. How are we able to follow hard after the Lord? How are we able to do what verse 1 of Psalm 63 says? My soul thirsteth for thee. My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and weary land where there's no water. Yeah, we're thirsty for the wrong things, and we are being distracted, and then we're being taken away from what God has really prepared for us to do. So this is the reason why a lot of our students are not able to study, not able to go hard with the things that the Lord has prepared for them to do, that they're not prepared to go to college. Some of them are able to balance. That's beautiful, but some of them are not. So what would the Lord have us to do? I proposed this to my Sunday school class, teenage class. Of course, they were like, that's crazy. A daily phone fast. I said, start with 4 hours of your waking day to just turn it off for just 4 straight hours. Maybe from 2 to 6, maybe from 3 to 7. And trade that time with concentrating on the Lord's will, accomplishing, doing things, writing that paper, right? Praying, reading the word, cleaning the house, whatever, your dorm room, whatever. But you will feel happier and you will get more done. Okay, we're in Proverbs 20 because today is January 20th. And verse 13, some of them stay up all night on the phone. Love not sleep. Yeah, they'll sleep in the daytime, lest thou come to poverty. And we wonder why there's so much crime, the carjackings, because they didn't put in the rigor on the front end. So then they think that they don't have any choice but to do crime. Oh, y'all don't want to hear from me. Open thy eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread, with hard work, with doing the will of the Lord. The Lord will give us the riches and the blessings as we put him first, as we Take some time to hear from him. Amen. All right, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to send a link. Know that the Lord will be glorified in your life as we put him first and we set some time to listen to him. Hope you have a great evening and a life of service to glorify the Lord. Good night.